that's 1,500 watts and higher. In some areas, 1,300 watts. This little piece of equipment is amazing in terms of giving you more power, but it now has something called smart temperature. It's virtually impossible to burn fabric with this. Now, that doesn't mean it doesn't get hot, because it does. But the comparable retail value on it is almost $70. We're at $49.98. Shipping and handling is free. I've got it on Easy Pay as well. Why consider getting a new iron this time of year? I have one for you. High school graduates.
Yes, college graduates.
Yeah, it's time for them, when they go off to college, to do a little bit of ironing.
And this is definitely the iron for them.
I agree.
They can't mess it up.
Welcome back. This is
Hello.
Diana Irvine.
Nice to be with
She's
you.
been our queen of steam, our lady with the Rowenta irons now for many, many years. This is technology that almost sounds like it can't work.
Well, it's almost too good to be true, and honestly, it is probably one of the most amazing pieces of technology that Rowenta has ever provided. And I'll tell you why. As a mom, and you're talking about the kids graduating high school, and I'm there, I have 2 kids up that age. They need to have a tool like this, because every household needs to have a great iron. And this also can be a steamer. 300 micro steam holes. But what makes this different is the fact that it has no temperature dial.
There's no cotton, synthetics.
There's nothing to set. You fill this with
polyester.
water, you turn on the steam, and you iron or steam. The reason why this will not burn or scorch any fabric is because it has a special dual sole plate. So inside this, it gets to temperature, the temperature that will create this steam that you're seeing. But the sole plate itself will maintain the heat it needs to help you with that steam process in ironing, but will not burn or scorch even the most delicate fabric. So no worrying about temperature settings, no worrying about burning or scorching, but one pass ironing, as you've come to know with Rowenta, because of this special technology. Now, would you like to show this? Because I think that's cool.
I've got 2 colors. I've got blue, and the other one is
gray. Yes.
The blue is by far the most limited. It's also the most popular. I want to show you something. If any of you have little girls in the family who are into dance, this lace material is called crinoline.
Yep, or tulle, either one.
And it melts easily. Now, this iron,
right side.
this iron is on.
Yes.
But watch. We're just going to set it, and I'm going to walk away.
Yes. And
which, if I did that with any other iron, I would have just
on the
ruined
bottom of that.
my granddaughter's favorite little dress.
And your iron would be a mess, and it would be a real pain to get it cleaned.
Most irons are actually overkill in terms of heat. You need enough heat. Steam is really the secret to getting wrinkles out.
Yes.
You need enough heat to relax those threads. The steam gets in there and straightens out the fibers, and then these are linen pants. You get that perfect crease.
Yes,
on both sides.
And it's 1,700 watts, so it's quite powerful to go through the pant leg. Now, can you just see whether or not that burned? Because I'm curious what you're seeing.
No.
Nothing,
Not
right?
at all.
So
in
this
fact,
is
I made a
perfect.
little wrinkle here, but I can actually now iron that out.
So there's no burning,
There's
no scorching,
no burning.
no worrying about the fabric. Now, there's only one iron in all of the Rowenta family that I would ever.
And this will actually, I'll set it back this way because it's going to auto shut off.
So it does have the auto shut off feature after 30 seconds if it falls over, and 8 minutes if you walk away. But Dan, how often do you ever see me ironing corduroy?
The answer is never, because it normally would make it really shiny.
Yes, and why isn't it? Because it has that dual sole plate technology. You are able to iron things with this iron that you never would iron with any of my other Rowenta irons. They're not made for that. This one is made for that. It will not burn, scorch. It will not make your
Who taught you to iron?
My dad.
That's, you know what, you and I talked about. My father taught me to iron as well. It wasn't my mother. My father, who's still doing well, was in the Marine Corps, and it was part of Marine Corps training to teach you how to iron your dress uniforms. And I got to tell you, it does make a difference. I'm always going to be bald, but at least my clothes are well pressed.
Well, and you're also a tool guy.
Yeah.
So, you know, first of all, having inferior tools is horrible because it makes the jobs take longer. Maybe they can't get accomplished. But
with an iron, inferior means it drips, it spits, it leaks.
Yes, and it causes other issues. So with this, it's one pass ironing, it's vertical steaming. This is the iron, you can't screw it up.
Yeah.
That's what I say. If you think about the person who needs their first iron, this is the one to get. They can't burn anything, they can't scorch anything. They can vertically steam with it, and just no issues with this, no worries. It is a very hot iron, so you know, of course you would not touch the
You could be
sole
burned,
plate,
but here's another example. This is velvet. anyone who grew up with velvet knows you can't iron it, but it wrinkles.
Yeah, so
But
this is
with this iron, you can. Explain the technology again.
Okay,
of
so
what smart temperature is and how it actually works.
So if you look at this iron, you'll see that there is absolutely no temperature dial. So that means when you don't have to worry about that. When you fill it up with water, which is right here, and it's just regular tap water,
Okay.
30-second heat up time, and then what you're gonna do is you're just going to get whatever garment ready vertically or horizontally and turn on your steam. Now, there are 300 micro steam holes in here. The way this is designed is normally there's just the outer plate and then your inside steam chamber. With this particular iron though, there's another barrier plate in there. So your steam gets to temperature, which is what gets your wrinkles out.
Right.
But then this iron will not go over the 212 degrees, and that's the burning temperature. So what's nice about it is it still has that great steam chamber,
Yep.
still gives you that burst of steam that you're used to getting out of a Rowenta, but the sole plate itself will not burn or scorch any of your fabrics.
To do that, this German-made company had to make the most accurate thermostat
Yes, and we make our own.
ever in a steam iron.
You got it.
And they make their own. 212 degrees, any wrinkle comes out at
Okay.
212. Yeah, I do my own. My wife thinks this is so funny. I will admit, I will take my dress shirts to be laundered because you have to wear makeup and television and it's hard to get out at home. But I do all of my own ironing.
Yes, and you're great
And I
at it.
actually enjoy it.
But you use Rowenta.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and you do know what it's like to not use a Rowenta. So if you're
But I
thinking
don't
Rowenta,
have this one. I've got the commercial unit.
Yes.
Which, by the way, that price tag of $49
is crazy.
Yes.
Yes, and it's 1,700 watts, by the way. The most you can get by U.S. law in a Rowenta iron is 1,800 watts. So
By
when
law.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can't, because otherwise your home can't stand it. The circuits will blow. You're getting 1,700 watts here. You're getting one of the most superior technologies when it comes to ironing. You get that great steam, but you also get the ability to have peace of mind. No burning, no scorching, just ironing and steaming with it. Really, I don't want to say ironing for dummies because I don't think we're dummies, but I do think that it does take the guesswork out of it. And this is certainly the iron that will make life easy and without the worry.
And I'll tell you what? People in authority notice the little things.
Yes, they do.
You know, when a young man is well pressed when he walks in
When
for
you
his
don't-
job interview.
That's right.
All right.
It matters.
And maybe that's just my generation and my parents' generation, but I notice it. And there's just no reason not to look your best. It has nothing to do with how much money you spend on your clothing.
No.
It's how much
you care for
respect
yourself.
you treat yourself
and
with.
it's 30-second heat up time and a little bit of tap water,
Yeah.
Dan, and you got that taken care of.
On a Q card, you get it home for less than $10. Shipping and handling is free. That
great
sale
iron.
price is in effect for a while at least. And I've got two different colors. I've got the blue and then I've also got the gray. It's an amazing piece of technology at a truly, truly affordable price.
Yeah.
Diana, thank you.
My pleasure.
It is
Always so
always
nice to
a
iron
pleasure
with
to
you.
have
Thank
you
you.
here. We've got more coming your way as we talk about those things that we need around the house. One of the biggest areas of growth in home decor are silk trees and plants. There's a company